Welcome to the news briefing. We start tonight with the Premier League survival battle heating up. Tottenham is locked in a desperate fight for survival after a tense 1-1 draw with Leeds, and Roberto De Zerbi is making bold predictions about how this crucial battle will play out in the final moments of the season. We dive into the drama surrounding Matthys, Tell's performance, and the pivotal moments that decided the outcome of that intense match.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we shift gears completely to the world of travel and treats. Get ready for some exciting news as Greggs prepares to expand its reach internationally. The baker is opening its very first international shop at Tenerife South Airport, bringing a taste of the UK right to the Canaries for holidaymakers. We look at what delicious items you can expect and why this location is the perfect spot for Greggs to test its global strategy. Now, let's talk big business and the future of telecommunications. Vodafone is announcing a new chapter, having swung to an annual profit and forecasting significant earnings growth ahead. Margarita Della Valle, the chief executive, details how the group is focusing on key markets like Germany and the UK, including the full ownership of the Vodafone 3 business in the UK. Find out what this transformation means for the future of the giant. And finally, we wrap up with some surprising personal news. Greens leader Zack Polanski has apologized for an unintentional council tax mistake while living on a London houseboat. We examine the situation surrounding the houseboat, the council tax liability, and what this means for the Green Party leader. Stay with us, because we have all the top stories you need to know. The Premier League survival battle is heating up, with Tottenham facing a potential last-minute decider after a 1-1 draw against Leeds. Manager Roberto De Zerbi believes the fight for survival will extend to the final day, noting the difficulty of staying 2 points clear of 18th-placed West Ham following a late goal from Matthys Tell that ultimately failed to secure the necessary advantage. Meanwhile, controversy continues from Sunday's match between Arsenal and West Ham, specifically concerning a contentious VAR decision. Former top official Chris Foy defended the outcome, insisting that the match officials made the correct call regarding a disallowed West Ham goal. Foy detailed the VAR intervention, stating that referee Chris Kavanagh initially awarded an injury time equalizer for Callum Wilson, but subsequently reviewed the decision advised by Darren England. Foy asserted that the officials worked perfectly together, pointing to specific actions by Kavanagh regarding Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya and Pablo Felipe, claiming Kavanagh clearly saw the foul on Raya's arm. Arsenal remains in the title race following a 1-0 victory over West Ham, secured after a stoppage-time equalizer was ruled out by VAR. Arsenal manager Miles Lewis-Skelly emphasized the high stakes, stating the team must treat their remaining Premier League matches as finals, highlighting the upcoming fixture against Burnley. In other news, manager Jubilant Sergej Jakirovic celebrated guiding Hull City to the Sky Bet Championship playoff final, calling it his career's best achievement. Hull secured a spot in the playoffs after finishing 6th, overcoming challenges from Millwall in the second leg. The playoff final will feature Hull against a team contested between Southampton and Middlesbrough, with Southampton favored despite a tight, goalless first-leg draw. Greggs is set to launch its first international shop at Tenerife South Airport, offering holidaymakers a taste of the UK bakery experience. The new outlet will begin stocking Greggs sausage rolls and a range of bakes, rolls, sweet treats, and freshly made sandwiches from later this month. This marks a significant step for the company, as Greggs last operated shops abroad in Belgium in 2008. Greggs cited Tenerife as the ideal location to test its international expansion, with Chief Executive Royson Curry stating the airport is a vital hub for millions of UK and international passengers annually. The new shop, located in the international departures area, will feature a special offering: a Spanish omelet roll alongside freshly squeezed, in-shop prepared and bottled orange juice, designed to provide a refreshing taste of island life. The location is strategically positioned to appeal to the approximately 13 million holidaymakers who use the airport, with Greg's positioning itself as a great value option for travelers. The partnership for this venture is with Lagardère Travel Retail, an entity operating over 5,000 stores across numerous international locations. MS Curry confirmed that this opening is a test for Greg's, with the hope that a successful trial could lead to further international opportunities. The outlet will incorporate locally sourced ingredients and products relevant to the area into its sandwich range, complementing the standard Greg's menu. Javier Cajigal, chief executive of Lagardère Travel Retail Spain and Portugal, expressed delight at the collaboration, noting the shop will provide passengers with a familiar and comforting choice upon their journey home. Vodafone has announced a new chapter for the group, marking a successful pivot towards focusing on key markets and forecasting continued earnings growth. The telecoms giant reported a swing to an annual profit, posting pre-tax profits of €1.86 billion, approximately £1.61 billion, for the year ending March 31st, a significant turnaround from losses of €1.48 billion, approximately £1.28 billion, the previous year, driven by an 8.8% jump in service revenues. On an underlying earnings basis, Vodafone achieved a 3.8% rise, reaching €11.35 billion, approximately £9.83 billion, which aligns with the upper end of the company's guidance. While cautioning over uncertainties stemming from the Iran war and the broader global economic climate, the company maintains its expectation for underlying earnings to climb between €11.9 billion and €12.2 billion, approximately £10.31 billion to £10.57 billion in 2026-27. This strategic realignment involves concentrating efforts on its largest markets, specifically Germany, the UK, and Africa, while divesting from regions with a smaller operational footprint. A key development in the UK market was the announcement of a £4.3 billion deal to secure full ownership of its Vodafone 3 business following the acquisition of partner CK Hutchison. This move established Vodafone 3 as the UK's largest mobile operator and a rapidly growing broadband provider. Margarita Della Valle, Vodafone Group's chief executive, stated that the transformation over the last 3 years has resulted in a simpler company with a stronger growth outlook. She highlighted that strategic progress has generated positive momentum in group service revenue, alongside profit and cash flow at the upper end of guidance. The success of the UK merger integration was cited as reinforcing confidence in the new venture. Regional performance showed positive momentum, with service revenues rebounding in Germany over the final 6 months of the financial year, up 1.4%. In the UK, full-year service revenues increased by 29%, fueled by a 31.3% surge in the second half. For its European business, Vodafone has guided for underlying earnings of €7.6 billion to €7.9 billion, approximately £6.59 billion to £6.85 billion in 2026-27. Greens leader Zack Polanski has issued an apology for what he described as an unintentional mistake regarding council tax obligations while residing on a London houseboat. The incident followed mounting scrutiny over whether the houseboat, moored in East London, constituted his primary residence. A spokesperson for the Green Party confirmed the situation was an unintentional error and stated that Mr. Polanski had immediately taken steps to settle any outstanding tax. The spokesperson acknowledged that until recently, living on the houseboat presented unique practical considerations. He has immediately taken steps to pay any council tax he may be found to owe. He apologizes sincerely for the unintentional mistake, the statement read. Previously, the Green Party had informed the Times that Mr. Polanski rented a room elsewhere, with council tax included in the rent, and only stayed on the boat occasionally. Government guidance indicates that liability for council tax on a boat arises if it is deemed the individual's sole or main residence. Regarding the specifics of his address, the Green Party declined to comment for security reasons, noting that there have been 2 serious incidents recently reported to the police and are under investigation. Further context emerged from previous reports. The Times had previously seen a boat sale advertisement featuring a message from Mr. Polanski's partner announcing their move to a house. Additionally, reports from the Daily Mail indicated that Mr. Polanski was registered to vote at a building near the marina, which he also used as a mailing address. A tax lawyer, Dan Needle of Tax Policy Associates, analyzed the situation, suggesting that if the boat was indeed Mr. Polanski's sole or main residence, he and or his partner should have registered for and paid council tax for the preceding 3 years.